And welcome to episode 70 of Ripping the Rack podcast, the longest running episodic weekly podcast about candlepin bowling on the interwebs today. I am one of your four hosts. My name is Tim. I'm going to introduce myself. Tim, how you doing? Man, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, Tim. Man, you're really welcome, Tim. With me today is...
That was awful.
I don't care.
That was awful.
You know what? I'm going to introduce Marky. Marky, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad, big guy. How you doing, Timmy? How you guys doing over there?
I am sore as hell.
Yep. Attaboy.
Sore as hell.
You should be. You threw a lot of bowling balls this weekend.
Oh, my God. You have no idea just how many bowling balls I truly threw.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee it.
We also have the King of the North, Calvin Locke.
Crownless this week.
He's
No
crownless.
I can go get it.
No, that's okay. You don't need to go, you don't need to go get it.
I can go get it right over there.
And our fourth co-host, he is a Coastal Crusader, Mr. Brian Athern.
What's going on? I guess after the roast, I guess we could just call me Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant.
So, first off, before we even go any further, I do want to thank you guys. I want to thank those that participated, and I want to thank those that commented on the roast of me. Because frankly,
so much fun.
That was
a good time.
A ton of fun. I had a blast with it. I loved getting roasted. There was some great lines in there. Truly, Marky sucks at it, but that's okay.
It's a fact. I just admitted that my part in the roast wasn't to be the best roaster here, because obviously you guys were better. My job was to just be the best video editor out of all of this.
Okay.
Put it up on the internet.
Perfect.
So success.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I am glad that Calvin and I and Marky and Brian had a hand in Jeff Walsh's career night.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was fantastic to see.
Bulletin board material.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I mean, human version of period cramps gets me every time.
Oh my God. That was his name on the score sheet all night long, too, as we bowled on Friday night.
What, period cramps?
Let's go, PC. Come on, PC. All night. And the kid just kept pounding headpin after headpin.
And honestly, and I'll say this to everyone here, his comment that he made to me is one of the most original and funniest things I have personally ever had said to me. And that was when he commented that, that I'm old and that I must be sore after bowling. What do I do? Go home and draw a nice hot sink? I mean,
that was so good.
For those of us that understand the joke, that have had kids, completely understands that joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I bravo, Mr. Walsh. That was a good. That was a
well
good
done.
One.
You got to be good for something in your life, and his is one joke. That's all it was good for.
The roast is over, Calvin.
Oh,
yes.
Shoot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, truly, thank you. That was fun. It meant a lot to me. It was really cool.
We love you, buddy. You took it well. Took it like a champ.
Yep.
Thank you.
And we move on.
Yes, we do. So, episode 70, we are back on the grind. One quick news item for those folks that know the process, know what we do. We are changing it up for a little bit. We are going down to 1 day a week. Bowling season has started. We all bowl, we all have lives, we all work, we all do stuff. So we're going to limit the Friday show to, we're going to try for like a once a month type thing. Just for the short term, probably maybe until next April or something like that. And then we'll go back maybe 2 shows for the summer or something when we all have a little bit more time.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, let's talk bowling.
Let's
Bowling.
talk weekend.
Let's do it.
Weekend.
Let's
It was a
talk
big
about it.
weekend.
It was a
You
very
have
big
our-
weekend.
You have
for
our
bowling.
predictions written up. And
I do. I have them. I have them right. I have them right here.
Nice.
Yep. So I have those.
Okay.
So
Are
we'll
we
start-
playing? Are we
Yep.
playing Price is Right rules?
Absolutely.
Closest without going over.
closest without going
Absolutely.
over. Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I should have
I
bid
was-
$1.
I was
You-
real close after the first shift for my high single. I was real close because it was. I think
So
Fuller had 171, and then the back half. everybody crushed it. There was like
There was some
180s.
serious
A lot of
bowling in the
bowling.
back half.
Yeah.
I guess those pins are moving there in Port
They
Well,
were.
I'll tell you.
They were.
Andrew and Bart and the staff down there did a absolute fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Minimal breakdowns. Man, in fact, I'm trying to think if there was a breakdown.
I saw one rack crash. That was it for the entire day.
Okay.
Early, and it was very early in the first shift. It was like during the first string. It was very early.
She's
Otherwise-
still cold.
It happens here sometimes too. They just get cold after not being used for a day
Yeah.
or two. But otherwise, everything went down without a hitch.
And they did fantastic because I guess they had a couple of people either not show up that work in the kitchen.
Oh.
Either they didn't show up or they quit. Like
Oh, that's
the
good
day
timing.
before, something like that. But they overcame it. They went with a limited menu instead of their full menu, which was fine.
Yeah.
They did what they needed to do.
Food's wicked good there, by the way. If you haven't had the food up there, it is boss.
It's really
It is
good.
Very, very
Yeah.
good. Yes.
So I'm not going to speak on behalf of Marky who bowled. I'll let him do that. But I personally absolutely 100% enjoyed my experience there. I bowled like shit. That is completely on me. That is not the house. Sorry.
But you know what? You didn't finish last.
No, that's reserved for the other short guy who can't bowl worth a lick.
No,
I did that for Calvin because I knew he was chomping at the bit to talk about somebody's performance.
I needed an opening.
Way to set it up for him, buddy.
Yeah.
Wait. I used to pitch slow pitch. Hold on. Here you go, Calvin. Huh?
Just floated.
I just hit that imaginary ball more than Freshie probably hit the head pin all day.
I didn't score that well. Totally on me. That is honestly the first time I bowled at Portsmouth. I only had a problem sliding one time. I know some people said it was tacky. I had no issues, which was
Marky, you bowled very well. How was your sliding?
I had a very hard time with it. After like the second string or so, I started having a really hard time with the slide, and I started going with more of like a 10-pin delivery, where at the end I was just planting.
Just plant and throw at the object pin, basically.
I just started adjusting my arm swing to bowling without a slide. And
might I suggest you just continue to do that because you bowled great.
Yeah, you bowled
very well.
Good.
Hey, it carried over to tonight. I bowled 390 here at Riverwalk, so I mean, hey, maybe I'm not the third best bowler on the podcast anymore. You friggin' dink.
Well, no, you're still the third best, but that's okay.
Shut up.
I don't know the power rankings right now. If we're going based off of some league performances, I'm only one pin worse than Tim right now on Thursday night. So
yeah, but I bowled left-handed to protect my right hand.
You did not, sir. No,
I
cover it up however
myself.
you want.
Push it up the rankings.
So Saturday, I thought the pinfall was fantastic. They really were flying around.
Pinfall was tremendous. Yeah,
it looked great.
I'm going to use Mark's words. Very quirky pinfall.
Very quirky.
It was.
Things really go side to side and sometimes don't go back.
Mm-hmm.
They put those new sidewalls in, and you get.
What bothers me, speaking of pins and how they go side to side, that's great. I don't like the up and over, and I don't know what causes that. You guys ever notice that? Like you hit the head pin, and instead of blowing back through the rack, and it just goes up and over the top. It seems like everything goes up and over a rack instead of through it.
Well, that has everything to do with how high the lip is.
Yeah, that's the lip for sure.
Because that's adjustable. There's a rule that says what its maximum can be, but there's nothing that says what minimum it can be. And
no, there is. I thought there was a minimum depth and a maximum depth, and it has to be
is there
somewhere.
A min and a max?
I thought it had to be somewhere in that.
It just seems like sometimes when pins are going hard, sometimes it just seems like they're going. Like you hit them, they go up and over the rack.
That's a deeper pit when that's happening because you see that at Academy. Well, they say Academy is not deep, but
it's deep.
That's kind of what I was talking about. Like,
So pinfall wise, Andrew, they had him really going. I thought as the day went on, the pinfall got better, meaning as it got a little warmer in there.
It got better.
It got better.
Got better.
So let's go with the high single for the tournament. Here were the guesses. Brian had a 190. Calvin was 167. Mark was 183. Tim was 179. Your high single was 182.
Oh, 182.
Oh, I went over.
And that was Mark Carriot's last string through a nice 182 for 717 total.
Timothy wins.
Again. Winning.
Again.
Let's see. Let's do the 700s. The over 700s. It was 3.5.
I went the over. There was
Calvin
only
went
3.
with the over with 5. Marky said 6. I had 4. Brian went with the under 3.
And Brian wins.
Brian's the winner.
Yay! I won more than Tim did on Saturday.
Yeah, 3 exact.
Mark Carey was high man at 717. And then Matty Nichols and Tim Douglas, partners, both went 7.
Yeah.
They killed it.
705, 701. They had a fantastic day.
Yeah.
Timmy, we got 2 of you.
Huh?
I see 2 of you on my screen.
Oh, well, you're pretty lucky then.
Oh, that'd probably make me throw up. Oh, God.
Is one in its own separate thing?
Okay, I fixed it now. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Let's see. The cut line. Brian went huge with 1230. Calvin was 1189. Marky was 1192. Tim was 1185. The actual retail price
I was waiting for that.
was 1177.
Oh.
We all
went.
Was that you, Tim?
No,
Tim
we
would
were
have been closest, but
no, we were. I would have been
all
closest,
over.
but
No, I
Nate
meant were you guys the cut?
no, Nate and I were 1220.
No, there was a tie for the cut.
There was a tie for the
Actually,
cut.
there was a
Wait,
roll-off.
you mean Nay and Tim?
No,
was
I mean Nate and
12
Tim because he didn't go 1220 by himself.
No, you
went
helped
640.
with
A lot of it was.
530.
He bowled well. He went 640.
Yeah.
And then we got absolutely fucking mud stomped in the first round by the Allards. They went 281 to our 241.
Yeah,
So,
Fuller and I were watching you guys because we saw the bracket and we saw that we had the winner of you guys' match.
Yeah, and honestly, we had a chance after 5. We did not have a chance after the 6 box.
After 5, maybe. After 6, no.
No.
After the first half, you had me there.
No, it was.
No, they lit it up. They finished huge.
Blank on his name. Oh, Brian. Sorry, Brian Allard went big against Nate. I think Brian was like almost 150. I think. Nate was like 119. I think, and then I had a chance, but I had to throw a quad in the last 2 boxes and hope that he didn't do much. That didn't happen.
Crashed you.
Yeah. So
I was looking forward to a head-to-head match with you, bud. I'm not gonna lie.
You and me both.
I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Maybe another day. It'll happen another time.
I was hoping because I would have liked to have seen you guys go home after the second round.
Probably won't happen because we were there for the 3rd round.
I know.
We were there for the 4th round too.
But you wouldn't have been if I had been in there for the 3rd round.
There's so many ifs and would have in that sentence. I can't even entertain it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You guys can have a battle for who's second best.
If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
So we have
Shut up, Calvin.
The high qualifier. We had Brian guess 1341. Marky guessed 1363. Calvin guessed 1332. And Tim guessed 1345. And the high was Matt Nichols, Tim Douglas at 1406. So Mark would win that. The next one was Mark Ritchie and Brian Fuller at 1340.
Who are those guys?
I don't know. Fuller carried him.
Yeah, you know,
Uh-huh.
he throws 655 and it's no good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
No
good
good.
enough, bud.
Not
Try
good
again
enough. I
another
lost
day.
by 30 to my guy.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Try again another day.
But you know what you do when you lose by 30 to a guy? You bowl with him. You don't
Yes.
go against him. You bowl with him.
Yes. And last ones that we did was the winning team. No one picked Surratt and Barber.
Well, I did, but I wanted to just go fun because, like,
Okay.
2 podcasts ago, I said nobody's going to touch Barber and Surratt.
So no one picked Surratt and Barber. Brian had Winchell and Whitcomb, which was a good pick. They were in the final 4, I believe.
8. We
round
knocked,
of 8.
We knocked them out in the round of 8.
You guys, okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Mark had Seaholm and Holbrook, which was, again, another good pick. They were final 8, too.
They got to the 8, and then they lost 2 yet.
Calvin, good pick, buddy. Nice pick on this one. You picked Freshie and
I nailed it. I nailed it right on the head. Did you take my extra notes? I said Boisvert's going to carry the team. They might just squeak in because Freshie sucks balls.
Oh, they weren't even close to squeaking in.
I know, but I'm pretty sure I nailed it on the Boisvert's going to carry him because he's a bag of shit.
Wow.
And then I had Daly and McGinty for the back-to-back. And
They were this close.
They were that
this
close. And honestly, the way
this close.
when
they made it to the finals, you can't get any closer.
No, and
That's
here's
true.
the thing: is Surratt bowled like crap in the playoff portion.
He told me. He said the first game, he had 91 with 2
91. Yeah.
with 2 marks.
Yeah.
It was
I was
like a
sitting
beast
there. I was talking to Kristen and watching them bowl, and I did let out I looked at him and said, you know, Jeff, just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you have to bowl like Saturday, Jeff.
I asked him today if he had a little bit of PTSD when he had a 91 in the first one.
That was a close one. Barber pulled it out with a couple of marks at the end. And I think the same thing happened in the second one. Another close one that Barber pulled out with a couple of marks at the end again. And then in that final, I don't think anyone was beaten. I don't have the scores. They haven't posted the scores yet.
They had 304, and McGinty and Daly had 135, 122, 64. So I think they beat them by 40.
Surratt and Barber threw 300 in the final.
Yeah,
304.
That's amazing. That's
162,
elite right there. That's how you
142.
win a tournament.
Yeah.
Take care of business like that.
And
Nice.
Jeff let me know that's only the second time him and Barber have ever won anything together, like as a doubles. People
I
are like,
didn't know they
God.
won a doubles before. I thought.
Well, I don't think it was a Pro Series doubles that they won. I think it was something else.
Oh.
You know, I don't know if maybe it was like a
Might have-
New
it was the
Hampshire
World's in
States
16.
or the Mass States or something.
Right.
So, congratulations again to Jeff Surratt and Dave Barber on their
It was a good
win. And
weekend
again,
for Jeff.
huh?
It's a good weekend for Jeff.
It was a very good weekend for Jeff.
Not really. No, more than likely it was a good weekend for Kristen because he got the envelope and just handed it right to wifey. And then he got the envelope yesterday, handed it right to wifey. He's not stupid. He's not stupid.
But again, I personally I really want to thank Andrew and the staff.
They killed it.
They really did.
It's good. It's always good to have a good place to go bowl in a big tournament like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see another tournament there, another good, good sized tournament like that would be fantastic. I just wish they had a couple more lanes. I wish they had taken out some of those lanes. They could have the true worlds there when it got back to normal.
It wasn't their choice.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So, I know. But
still, unbelievably quality establishment. And the place looks great. Food's good. Pin action was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mark, you want to say anything about the weekend?
Oh, no, I had a blast pulling up there. Fuller and I, paired off. We had won one before years ago. He carried my happy ass at leader a few years ago. So we made a deep ass run. We got to that semifinal match. We did bowl Jeff and Dave. I couldn't get a pin to fall my way. I missed a head pin a few times, and Jeff put a few marks on my face. Fuller had a shot at the end. Dude, Jeff and Dave are just too tough. They're really tough when it gets close to winning time in a format like that.
Yeah.
So kudos to those boys. I was looking forward to going up and giving Daly a piece of my mind in the second match in the finals there. I was really looking forward to that. And McGinty, too, at the same time, teammates, and we get to bowl against each other. But, no, it was good to be back on the lanes. It was actually, I know, Calvin, you give me a ton of shit for bowling bad lately, but it felt really good to go back into the tournament and bowl like myself. It's been a little struggle for myself for the last year or so. It felt good to walk in and bowl well. Felt good to walk in and bowl well. Thank you. You were my motivation. I kept seeing your friggin' face on every object pin.
I motivate everybody. I don't understand why they don't get it. I badmouth them to motivate them. It makes them bowl better to prove me wrong.
You're the most backhanded. You're the most backhanded friend a man can have.
You're a demotivational speaker.
A demotivational speaker.
You ever seen those parody posters that people have in their offices? They're demotivational posters. It's like the sloth has the true idea for everything.
Brian, I used to send these to Brian when we were working together. I would just send Brian, like he would do something that would just either A, piss me off, or B, like just, I don't know, and I'd just send him like one of these
on purpose.
Like one of these demotivational things going, dude, this is so you, and send it to him. Like, no, it's like not everyone can be it's like a picture of the French fries, like the McDonald's fries, and it says, when not everyone can be an astronaut, these are for you. This is your job.
As he sends it to me, he was the one that worked at McDonald's.
I did. One of my favorite jobs I've ever had in the history of ever. I loved working at McDonald's. I'll admit it. I loved it.
Hey, were you the one, just real quick? I know you go to the Rockland McDonald's. Angie does quite frequently. Did she hit the sign? Was that her that hit the video board?
No. Nope.
Okay.
That was not us.
Somebody did that. The drive-through video?
Oh yeah.
Somebody just hit the one in Haverhill. It's right near my house. I drive by it on the way over here. Like somebody took it out completely.
Well, I thought it might have been Tim. He might have got distracted by something.
Nope. Oh, and I do, by the way, want to give a special shout out. We did have some women bowl in the Pro Series doubles.
There was more than a few. Yep.
Jess Stockton and Lori Lewis bowled, and Glennis bowled, and Glennis kicked ass. She went 645 in the qualifier.
That's great bowling.
Her and Joey Smith killed it. They did very, very well.
Yep.
Joey's one of those underrated guys. Joey's very steady.
So I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more about Joey Smith, man. Just when you take that guy lightly, he puts 85 plus a ball in your face on the half.
Yep. And two of the most demolished strikes you've seen.
Super nice
probably
guy.
All day.
Oh, yeah.
Super nice guy. Unlike Calvin. Fact.
1,000 times nicer than me. My God. Call
So
him
again,
1,000 times 0 is still 0.
That's true.
Fuck.
That is true. And yesterday, the mixed team tournament at Exeter Lanes. Rob,
tell us about that. You were there. Tell us about that.
I was. Amanda Carroll is the fucking bomb.
She carried you and Jeff.
Oh my God, you have no idea. We had one string where I'm not even really paying attention. I bowled my half. Amanda had a good half. Sonia had a good half. I had a decent half. Jeff had a decent half. Nothing big. And I'm just shooting the shit. And I look up and they're like, "Yeah, Tim, your time to bowl." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I looked up and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Sonia had a 145, and Amanda had a 149.
How to be a good, attentive teammate, Tim?
No, I was cheering them on. I just didn't realize what they had for a score. Like, I'm high-fiving them. I'm like, "Hey, nice shot, great." It just didn't occur to me. I get up there, I'm like, so this is what it's like to bowl with a 50-pin lead. I was like, nice. It's kind of nice.
They went 145, 149, and you only had a 50-pin lead.
Welcome to Exeter Lanes. The pins screw there, man. All it takes is a couple good balls.
It's a cool. I tell you what, Exeter Lanes is quickly becoming one of my favorite houses to bowl in.
Isn't it?
The only complaint I have, besides the fact that the score table's right there, so anytime I'm on the left lane, my hand's hitting the score table every time I come back. So I got to adjust. It's not even that. It's whatever they put on either the lane or the plates or whatever it is. I can go like this, and the ball just sticks to my hand.
Oh,
It
good.
does.
It's going to be like Halifax. All right, good.
It does that there. It
It
really
is.
does.
I love having a good handle on the bowling ball.
You will never not have a handle on that.
Good.
I mean, it's too good of a grip because
There's no such thing, man.
Oh, yes, there is. When you have a right to left ball and you're throwing it that way, oh, yes, there is. So anyway, Rob, staff, food was fantastic.
Man,
There
we sound
was
like a bunch of fat guys talking about food all the time. Every time we talk about bowling alley,
I-
food.
Yeah.
I
Exeter
love
and Portsmouth got some of the best food that you can go to a lanes and go get, man. They really do.
yeah.
Oh, I
if-
don't doubt I can't.
And
excited to try it.
one of the, I tell you right now, Exeter has some of the best pizza.
Agreed.
Their pizza is fantastic.
They make a killer quesadilla too.
Yep.
It's really good.
Guys, I'm getting hungry.
I'm
Sorry.
starving over here too. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm starving.
So,
Oh,
12
hungry.
lane house. They had 12 teams, 2 men, 2 women. We had, I don't know what you want for stats from it, but I can tell you that Glennis had the high single for the women with a 172.
She had a good weekend too.
Yep. Mark Carrier had a chance at 200 again for the second day in a row. Through a 189 in the last string.
He's going pretty good right now overall.
Yep.
Back-to-back days, back-to-back 180s. That's pretty sexy right there.
Yep.
Number
So
2 or
your
3 on the rankings.
your winning team was us. Sorry.
Whatever. Nobody cares anymore.
No, I'll tell you right now. Jeff and I will 100% thank Amanda for bowling with us and Sonia. Amanda averaged 128 with a 109 last.
Phenomenal bowling.
We clinched it. We clinched it after the 10th string. So the 11th string didn't matter for us. We still bowled. We still tried. But, she threw a 109 and dropped her average from 130 to a 128. Carrier had the high average for the men. He was 136 for the day.
Good ball, Mark.
Yeah, he had a great day. Him and Brian Mayer, because it was him, Brian, Shannon Scribner, Kerrigan Skinner. They both fantastic all day. They had a couple of close losses, big scores to lose. You go in and throw like a 490 and lose because the other
Yeah.
team went 496.
Wow. Those are tough ones.
Yep, stuff like that.
I tell you guys are really gonna like bowling there in the Sunday Pro League when you guys.
Oh,
get in that league.
I'm
Those
already.
Pins,
Yeah.
Just put it on the head pin, man. Those pins love to move for you.
Yep.
Love to move in there.
Yep. Some of the other. What was some of the other? Holbrook. Holbrook was 126 for the day. What do we got here? We got Mario was 126. So her and Amanda were really going back and forth all day long, which was neat to see. Norcross had a great day. He was 127. He looked good. He looked a little bit like old Nick. When I say old Nick, I know he's young. He's only late 20s. Oh, laundry's done.
Laundry's done.
Angie! Yo, Angie! Hit the laundry!
How'd my man's Mike McGinty do? Was he there?
He did not bowl.
He did not bowl. How'd my other man's Josh Daly do?
Josh Daly did not bowl.
They suck.
They must have been tired.
Freshie
Kids.
bowled well. He was 124 for the day.
Who went in for him?
No, it was a fun tournament. I had never bowled a tournament there before. The only time I'd ever bowled there before was the Necco doubles when Nate and I bowled Joey and Norcross.
Yep.
And that was the only time I'd ever bowled there. So I'm super pumped to bowl there the once a month. I can't wait. I just
And the atmosphere in that room, like it really feels like a legitimate mixed worlds every Sunday you bowl that league.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a legit high level tournament, but it's a 2-3 string league matches.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You're gonna love it.
You know, some of the women saw some great. I tell you what, the scores were funny in the way I mean is that you would have 2 or 3 really shots just flying, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the hell just happened? You know, you're looking at 3 and 2 or 3 times in a row, and then all of a sudden you're back on the head. You know, you're on the head pin, and all of a sudden the pins are flying around again. It was
It's one of those mental days where it's like, how mentally tough are you? Can you handle the swings of crushing a double and then blowing the back row out? Like, is that going to mentally destroy you? Because that does to people.
It does.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And Brian, I think you hit it on the head, because that it is a scoreable house, but you've got a bowl.
Yeah, you got to keep your head. That's the thing. Like, you can score, but you're not, like, just because you hit the head pin 10 times in a row doesn't mean you're going to get 10 breaks.
Yeah.
You're going to get 6, and you better make the 6.
And I'll tell you, you're not going to steal a lot off the quarter pins there. You will a couple. I mean, that's the law of averages at play.
Yeah. You're not going to Timmy Matero it. No.
Yeah, 4-7 pocket's really no good over there. That's no good. You're not throwing any backdoor doubles that way.
No, I didn't throw a backdoor double. It was just a backdoor strike.
Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The bowling bag's the backdoor.
But I did throw a 4-7 pocket backdoor strike yesterday.
Did you?
In the last string. Yeah.
Oh, I wish that was on video.
Makes up for the 32 spread eagles that you threw on Thursday.
Yeah, it does. And I kind of knew I was a little bit in trouble on yesterday. My very first ball I throw, I crushed a 9-pin drop with a 7-pin with a plank across it, and legit threw it in the gutter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
welcome
read
to the bowling, Tim. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, and the very next ball, I leave the 2, 4, 6, and cut it over and made it.
Well, that's easier. I mean,
so I missed the 9-pin drop with that much to shoot at. Yeah, it was just, yeah.
You're just a giant disappointment.
Tim, what's it like bowling when the plates are done? Because you know, Thursday night was not indicative of that for us. But what was it like bowling when the plates were done?
Where?
Anywhere, dude. I've had nightmares of that shot you hit Thursday night. That just looked like it was in cement.
Oh God, I
had
the
pin just went. No, the pin just went and didn't fall, and you were like, what?
Yeah, it was.
How are leagues going? How are leagues going, guys? Good.
Yeah.
You guys bowling good?
Haven't started yet.
Haven't started yet.
Start Wednesday.
Oh,
that's right. Okay.
Wednesday and cocaine.
Yeah, that's right. You're bowling. I forgot you were bowling in cocaine.
Cocaine.
She don't lie.
We're in Mexico. We're in Mexico.
We're going to Mexico. Marky, how are leagues going the first week or two?
Not bad. The league's all filled up here. The house league's here. Everything went well. I'm only bowling myself personally Monday nights here at Riverwalk, and then the Friday night Pro League.
Oh, good. Okay.
But yes, so far so good. The Friday team's doing well. We took 8 2 weeks in a row in the league. We got 16-0 to start the league, so pretty good. Keep that momentum going. We bowled a pretty. Huh? Yeah.
Riverwalk.
You're going to be down here this week, right?
I will see what I have on the schedule.
Yeah. But no, so far so good. Filled up my Monday night league. I got 24 people, which is really, really good. And all things considered, can't complain much.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice. Yep. Brian, how's your first 2 weeks of league? Well, 1 week league.
1 week, 2 nights. Not bad. Pretty consistent both nights. Thought I threw the ball pretty decent. I didn't bowl all summer and didn't bowl very much. So jumping back on the wagon.
It takes a week or two.
340, 350.
I'm not looking forward to Wednesday. It's gonna hurt.
You haven't bowled all summer? Did you throw it all summer?
I have not thrown all summer.
When was the last time you threw a bowling ball, Calvin?
Last time I threw a bowling ball was last weekend of May.
Okay, so you're gonna go 448.
That's
More than
probably-
likely.
That could be a good guess.
And cocaine
In cocaine.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be in cocaine,
448.
so
or 298.
That's the, yeah.
No, it won't be that bad.
Yeah.
I'm not Tim Matero bad. I'm all right.
I don't know. The last time I took 3 months off, I came back and threw 469 my first night.
Yeah.
That came up on my memories the other day on Facebook. I'm like, oh shit! I remember that. I took the entire summer off and didn't throw a ball in 3.5 months. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, I got to try that more often.
I will never do that again. A couple of years ago, I took the summer off, didn't bowl a single ball all summer long. First league of the year was a Friday night pro league, and I went 290 in the first. I'll never take the summer off ever again.
I don't understand how you people do it. I've never bowled the summer.
I don't bowl the
Never.
summer.
No.
Never.
I
As
have
soon
to,
as,
I
as
have
soon
to.
as soon as the provincials is usually our last tournament here in New Brunswick, but as soon as the provincials, like first week of May, I don't touch a ball till Can-Ams, and then I don't touch a ball till September.
Yeah. So
It used to be the league that Kelly and I bowled in together was the summer league, so that's why we bowled the summers.
I haven't bowled the summer league in 30 years, and if I bowl the Can-Am, if I'm good enough to be asked to sub in it, because I'm obviously not good enough to have a spot, then I'll bowl that. I bowl, the mixed, and then I bowl the mixed doubles in August. But I don't know.
I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you do it without.
If I
bowling the summer.
bowled
have no
the
idea.
summer, I would be burnt out by October. I'd be
Oh
like,
yeah, you'd be
this game
done.
sucks.
Well, you just bowl one league. You just bowl one in the summer. Do something just to keep your.
I only bowl one in the winter.
How? No,
That's
you're
all-
different. That's
That's all
I've
I
ever
do.
bowled.
That's
Really?
all I do. One league.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. To me, this is going to be a light winter coming up. I'm only bowling 2 leagues. Like,
Yeah, I
this is gonna be
gotta
weird
bowl
for
at
me.
least 2.
I number one,
God.
I'd want to put my eyes out with a spork if I bowled multiple leagues.
Fucking spork, he says.
Fork. Yeah.
I've honestly never bowled more than one league.
Oh wow.
Well,
I
you've
just-
never bowled more than one night.
Oh, sorry, I bowled 2 leagues in one night when I bowled at Vacation Land, but that was one night. So I don't really.
It's kind of the
I bowled
same
4
kind of
nights a week one year. And come May,
4?
that sucked.
That's a
Four?
lot.
Yeah,
I've done
4.
4 before. 4's a hell of a lot.
Monday through Thursday. I didn't, and then if I had tournaments, I bowled the weekend.
I could barely handle 1, let alone 4.
Number one, I couldn't afford. I don't think I could afford multiple leagues. And number 2, I think Andrew would kill me if I bowled multiple leagues. And number 3, I honestly think that I would hate the game if I bowled multiple leagues because I'd
You
be
do.
bowling too much.
Yeah.
You do.
So, we have some lock letters.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Lock letters.
Wait,
God.
Brian, can you do that in the NPR voice?
Lock letters.
It's like satin.
Well, folks, we have a question from my number one fan.
Oh, you gotta do it this way. You gotta do it this way. Okay, folks, welcome to Lock Letters. Today we have a question.
Oh, okay, folks. Welcome to Lock Letters. On today's version of Lock Letters, we have a letter from my number one fan, Mr. Joshua Daly, also known as Pete Schweddy and his Schweddy balls.
Joshua
You're gonna really love when you put my sweaty balls in your hand.
Yes, and his dusty
Guys.
muffin.
Guys, why are we talking like this?
I don't
Because
know.
you obviously
NPR,
never-
dude.
You never seen that Saturday
Maybe
Night
they
skit,
don't
that
have
old Ellen
NPR in
Gold?
Canada.
Well, consider it National Public Radio for America. They probably
America.
don't. So we've kind of answered this question before, and if Daly were paying attention, he probably would have recognized this question. What's the best advice someone has given you, and what's the best advice you can give to anyone? Just hope the advice is not to be like Calvin Locke. That's all.
Did he actually write that?
Yes. Yes. So, Mark, what's the best advice someone has given you?
When I was a little boy, my grandfather taught me how to bowl, my dad's dad. And I still keep this. I've gotten advice through the years, but the best piece of advice that I've ever gotten is whether you threw a strike, whether you just threw a 2, it doesn't matter. The minute that the machine is done setting the next rack of pins, what you just did was over, and focus on the next one like it's the first ball of the night. You see guys throw a double or big strike. Yes, in a big moment, I understand, you're going to get up and geared and stuff like that. But you don't want to carry too much of it to the next box. You get a little antsy. You get a little bit too juiced on it. And then you kind of shoot the next one down the side or something like that.
Listen to his voice. It's so motivational. Keep going. I'm sinking it in. Come on.
Are you liking it?
Keep going.
Are you liking
I
it?
love
Are you really liking it? Yeah.
It's sat into my ears.
telling
Come
you.
on.
Yes.
It's so motivational. Come
Oh,
on.
you're
give
such
it
a
to me.
dick. You
Go,
are such a
go,
dick. Oh, my God.
Go.
But yeah, that's the best advice I ever got. That you
Okay.
have until the next rack of pins come down to basically be the happy or sad of what you just did. Because if you carry over too much to the next box either way, it's probably not going to be a good thing.
Brian?
Enjoy it while it's here because it doesn't last forever. That's what my dad told me when I was younger. Because like I just bowled a big string and he's like, or it was my first time at the Worlds. And he's like, what do you think? I'm like, this is incredible. He goes, enjoy it because this isn't going to be around forever.
Calvin?
Don't aim. I was always told by my grandfather, who kind of, taught me in the whole game, and it was just simply don't aim. If you're aiming, you're not throwing.
True story.
Very.
Mine was from Russ Neely, actually, and I'll never forget it. He was like, don't worry about. I forgot the exact words, obviously, but it's because it's changed over time. But it's just shoot at the object pin, or your object spot. He's like, don't worry about the result. There's nothing you can do about it from 60 feet away. He goes, if you're hitting the object pin on every ball, you're going to score well. So that's why, I don't worry about punching too much because I'm hitting my object pin. The head pin was my object.
Yep.
If I'm doing it consistently, maybe I move a board one way or the other, or maybe I move back or forward, a half a step. But it's still the object pin. My second shot is the object pin. That might be, I think, probably the best advice I've ever gotten from someone.
Russ had some good advice on making a 9-drop that I had heard once, which was if you hit the shadow of the pin on the floor, you'll never miss a 9-drop.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, he told me that too, and that's honestly that's what I do. If my ball is following the shadow in, I'll never miss.
True.
So yeah, and I guess the best advice someone has given you, and what's the best advice you can give to anyone, is probably one and the same. Because if it's the best advice I've ever given, then odds are I'm probably going to make that the best advice I give.
I've definitely passed on advice that I've gotten through the years. People I've coached, people have asked me to help them out. That's one of the first things I tell them. Even if you get good or bad or whatever, just keep your head on straight.
Yep. And I've told Brian, I think I did my advice to you once, wasn't it? The don't get mad advice.
Yeah.
Was that to you?
Yeah, and then you proceeded to punch and hit the ball rack with your foot. So and then you looked at me and said, do as I say, not as I do.
The Materoism right there.
Yeah. And so another question that was asked is, who would you say are the nicest? They said nicest guys in the game. I'll just say nicest people in the game of bowling.
Craig Holbrook.
There's so many. Det Klein comes to mind. Not you,
Bobby
Calvin,
Witt.
at all.
Calvin, you will honestly never in the history of evers be on the
Calvin,
list of nicest guys in the game.
You are a nice dude off the lanes, and to talk to when you're not in a bowling alley, but on that approach, you're a dick. Just because you're so damn good.
The thing is he's laughing because he knows that he knows it's true.
What a couple assholes! My God. When's my roast? When's that coming up?
Wait. You know who is a nice guy? Corey Smith.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, to your face, he's a nice guy. On the keyboard. Yeah.
Staying away from that one.
Yeah. Craig Holt.
Way out of
look,
that.
I can think of. I could just start going down the list of people that I think are nice, the nicest guys. I mean,
Sean McKinley comes to mind. He's one of the coolest dudes I ever met.
Yep.
Stevie Reno Senior.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Jeremy Seaholm.
Bobby
Jeremy,
Witt, even though you don't want to stand beside him.
Bobby, I love Bobby. I love Bobby Witt.
Yep. Bobby's a great dude.
Oh yeah.
Bobby's awesome.
I mean, some of the younger kids, Norcross, a couple younger, he's 28, 29. Norcross is one of the nicest guys out there, I think.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Known
I
that
would
kid
put
for a long
Jerry
time.
Dunn. Canada, Jerry.
Big Jerry, yes.
Yeah.
Love Jerry.
Yep.
Miss the Canadian guys. We haven't been up there in so long. I miss going up there and seeing you fuckers.
I mean, there's just such a list of people. I mean,
I don't think Calvin's Canadian. He's not nice enough to be Canadian.
I mean, you start looking at, you come down into the women, and it's like, Mario and Amanda, Sonia Rossi, Sage and Sonia.
People who aren't on your team, dude.
I'm not.
Kim Pelletier.
Blanca.
I've known Kimba forever. I've known Blanca for
she's a sweetheart.
15 years. Yeah.
Blanca's a sweetheart.
Is awesome to bowl with. It is an awesome. I bowled with Trisha in the Can-Am for a while.
Yes, Trisha. I could go with Jill and Tasha and all of, well, let's face it, the majority of the Canadians are nice anyway, except for the Calvin Locks.
Wait, there's more of him?
Oh yeah. There's so
you
many
pluralize that. I don't like that.
I just, that's it, to me, that's such a tough answer.
Yeah,
It really is.
I mean, I think that's why the sport is as successful as it is, because of all the nice people who make it that people want to do this. Because let's face it, if everyone was a douchebag, no one would want to bowl.
True.
I don't know about that.
It would definitely make it a lot less fun. It would definitely make it a lot less fun.
I don't know. There's such a ton of them up there that you could say the nicest people, nicest guys, nicest girls, whatever there's a ton of them. My name will never be on that list.
No,
I understand.
I'm good with it.
I understand it. My past is unfortunately people's perception of me comes from my past. And the fact that I am an ass, I get it. I mean,
yeah. I know how you feel, Tim. I got the same perception on the lanes. Don't worry about it. I bask in it. I'm okay with it. I don't care.
I mean, Tim's nice to me.
Well, I'm nice to most people. I just know that in the past, I wasn't the nicest of peoples. I get it. I know it. I own it.
They were intimidated, Tim. Just like, they're intimidated by Calvin. They're intimidated by your winning.
I was going to say, there is no way in hell that a 5'5" short, fat, white dude is going to intimidate anybody.
Yeah, it ain't intimidating at all.
Yeah, it's really not.
No.
It's really not.
No. The last thing, and then we got to wrap it up for this week. The last thing I'm going to ask is, someone was talking about this on Saturday, and I'm not quite sure how to answer it, but I'm going to ask the question. What's the classiest gesture you've ever seen from an opponent in candlepin bowling? Either before a match, after the match, during a match, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. That was a question that's
a tough one. Because there's so many classy gestures out there, so many ways of doing it. Like, whether you win or whether you lose against a guy, first of all, you shake his hand or her hand at the end. And if you don't do that, that's really shitty. I try to make sure that I shake the other person's hand, win or lose, before I even push the damn button. To me, that says something. If I make a point of going to you and shaking your hand first, you're more important than what just happened out here. You're my friend. We're friends off the lane. We had to battle each other, but I will always shake your hand. Period. Done. End of story. If you don't do that, then you can't even be in the conversation.
Probably for me, it's probably Dave Godwin, the last string of the Worlds in Moncton. The last time we had it, when he actually stopped and shook all of our hands and said good match after he missed a shot and the team didn't get the bye by a pin. Yeah, that was because he could have just walked off, and if it was me, I'd have walked out of the bowling alley and walked into the parking lot and right into the middle of Mountain Road in the middle of traffic there and just waited.
Waited.
Calvin?
I don't really know.
I know it's
tough.
it's
I know.
It's a tough question because we've all seen it. We've all seen classy gestures. We've all witnessed it.
It's kind of horrible that we're surprised by this, that there are so many. Like, shouldn't it just be like commonplace that we should treat each other with some class? Like, we shouldn't be surprised that there are this many classy people in our game.
Well, I mean,
agree with you.
It took me a long time to learn the lesson that Russ, actually that my golf coach back in high school tried to teach me about being classy whether you win or lose. Okay, you win. You have to learn how to lose in order to win. Is really
truest words in sports. All of sports.
Yeah, and that's what they tried to impart on me was you have to learn how to lose and be able to learn with humility and grace. And holy shit, did it take me a long time. I mean
you have to lose time to appreciate winning.
Russ used to always tell me, congratulate someone at the end of the match. You don't have to congratulate them during the match and while you're bowling and hey, nice shot. Like you see people doing that now, and it still kind of freaks me out when people like in the Worlds, if I make a great shot and say, the guy I'm bowling against go, hey, great shot. I'm like, okay, like.
You've seen the game evolve into that kind of level of what sportsmanship is considered now and what sportsmanship was considered like 30 years ago.
Yes.
But I get it with Tim too, because I know him. Tim's just not paying attention to anybody else. So he doesn't know if you make that shot. But like somebody might, be like, well, I said nice shot to him. Why didn't he say it to me? He's a fucking asshole.
And that's what it is. Because in the Worlds or in a tournament or okay, maybe not league, because I really don't pay that much attention to league. I just go out and throw the ball and usually laugh about things with Brian while I'm throwing and shit. But in tournaments and leagues, that was another thing that Russ taught me was that tunnel vision. Focus on your own lane. Don't worry about what's going on to the left and right of you. Just the only thing you got to make sure is it your turn to go? Meaning, don't cut anyone off.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I rarely see what's going on the lanes next to me. And if I do, that's how I know I'm screwing up because I'm noticing what's going on. But I was always taught, it just took me a long time to learn it, about truly congratulating someone at the end of a match, whether you win or lose, thanking them for a good match, good string, whatever it is. I still have PTSD over this, and Calvin knows where I'm going with this because he brought it up again today for the 832nd time since it happened.
Till the day you die, sir.
When Godwin came back from 17 down with 2 boxes to go to beat us in the mixed Worlds 3 years ago, 2 or 3, whatever it was.
Yeah.
19.
I didn't want to be the one to do it.
No, I went up. I was the first one to go up and congratulate him on the win and on the great finish. before his team could even get there. And I did that for a reason. Number one, he's my friend. And I was super happy for him that he did something in this game that not a lot of people can say they've done. And to this day is still one of the most, I'm not going to say most amazing things I've ever seen in the game of candlepin bowling, but holy shit, it's pretty.
But to some of us, it was one of the most amazing things we had ever seen, to come back like that, throw a hammer in the last box, win the damn tournament on the last box.
Damn right.
That was amazing.
Yes, it was against my team. Yes, it sucks balls. I hate losing. But not a single one of us threw pins away. Mm-hmm. Not a single one of us missed shots on purpose or threw pins away or did anything that would constitute losing. We didn't lose.
You got beat.
We got beat. And we got beat by a guy who, frankly, is extremely classy. Mm-hmm. I think Dave Godwin is a very classy guy, very classy bowler. And he's only gotten better as he's gotten older. Okay. So, yes, I was the first one to go up and congratulate him. I didn't do it for any other reason other than he's my friend and I was happy for him. Mm-hmm. But I actually had some people be like, how could you go congratulate him like that? He just beat you. And it just fucking floored me. Like, how can you not congratulate the dude?
Right.
Holy
the same
shit.
Reason that you can't walk 5 spaces and put your cart back into the cart corral thing in the grocery store.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of went off on a tangent there, and we're way over what I really was hoping it would be today because it's late and I've got an early day tomorrow. So
good show though, boys. Good show.
Good show. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm stopping.
You guys still, we need letters. We need questions. We need comments from our listeners.
Your scores. Send us your scores.
We need scores. We need. Congratulate. Oh, we did Jeff Walsh on his new high triple.
Yep.
And I believe Chris Parkinson had his new high 5 at Portsmouth in the Pro Series.
I think you're right. I overheard somebody talking about that he beat his high 5 of his life. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think he was awesome. Like 650 something, I think. I saw a post on, I don't know if it was Candlepin Chat or something like that earlier. So great bowling. Congratulations. Congratulations to all this week from this weekend. There's some big tournaments coming up still. We've got, what the hell do we have coming up? The Maine State Open singles are this coming weekend. Good luck to those that are bowling. There will be a new champion this year because I am not bowling. So good luck to those that are bowling this weekend. Yep. And we've got things coming up that we will get to next week.
And if you listen to this and you're local to Riverwalk, every Sunday morning we do King of the River, 9:30 in the morning. Please get your butt in here. 100% handicap tournament, average scale to 140, and
there's a groovy belt too.
You could win the King of the River championship belt, brand new prize for this year. And the winner of the King of Kings, it's a year-long points chase based on how you bowl. You get points in the standings. The winner of the King of Kings tournament in the first week of June will take the belt home forever.
Nice.
So that could be yours.
That's cool.
If the points are right.
That's cool. So
if the points are right.
If the points are right.
Just keeping with the Price is Right theme of everything.
Get us your questions, your comments, your concerns to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram at Ripping the Rack Podcast. Brian, where else can our lovely listeners and viewers see us and hear us?
Well, Tim, they can hear us on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and anywhere else, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and wherever else you listen to your podcast mediums.
I love the NPR. The NPR effect is that should be an actual filter in like Skype or Discord or something like that. I love it.
All right.
Silky smooth.
Guys, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great week of bowling, and we will see you next week. Don't forget, you can see Mark and Brian.
Thank you. I forgot about that too. I was going to
Twitch.tv, Johnny Death Drop on the Dudes and Belts Chatcast on Sunday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can also see these guys at 1 a.m. Friday mornings on twitch.tv as well.
You
Johnny
saw the
Depp.
belt and it reminded you, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Have a wonderful week, y'all. And good luck,
Bye.
Calvin, and cocaine.
Cocaine!
Cocaine.
Cocaine!